Two things emotional after that. In fact, I was surprised yesterday. Thoroughly surprised. When I was watching politics today, Seun, if there was any way to break the screen, I would have shot him.
I'm coming murder.
In 5 feet, we get to him. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. No, see what I'm saying. No, the point I'm saying.
So that was the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, speaking to journalists there where he threatened to shoot a Nigerian journalist, Seun Okinbaloye, for asking questions and advocating for multi-party democracy instead of muscling everybody into one-party system. And what response did he get? A threat by Nyesom Wike. And fellow journalists, what did they do? They laughed. Because that's what Nigerian journalism has become. Brown envelope journalism. And that's why those type of journalists have issues with the Rufai Osenis of this world. The music in the background here tells a story. I love the music a lot. It's in Lingala. And it's a campaign song for Mobutu Sese Seko Kukigbendu Wazabanga. That song, anywhere you travel around Francophone countries, it's a very popular song. It doesn't go out of fashion. But for me, whenever I listen to the song, it reminds me of something, vanity. And when you read the words that have been written there, there's nothing Wike and Tinubu are doing today that somebody has not done. Mobutu Sese Seko was a very powerful leader. He was one of the aides or bodyguards to Patrice Lumumba, the first democratically elected president of Congo, and also the freedom fighter who fought for the liberation of the Democratic Republic of Congo. His power became very powerful, famous. What kind of extravagant lifestyle will any politician live today that Mobutu didn't live? Lavished over $70 million on the daughter's wedding. Wedding dress alone would cost over $70,000. In the 80s, Mobutu was one leader that wherever he went, people clapped, people hailed him. His ministers sang and followed him. Even white people followed him and they hailed him like a king. That was how powerful he was. His word was just law. Mobutu had influence all over Congo and beyond. Mobutu's life and legacies should be a reflection for African politicians, but they don't listen. Mobutu built one of the best houses in the world, but go to B.u.l.l.et today and see what lies there in ruins. African leaders must understand something, that power is transient. When you look at some of the people who made decisions alongside Mobutu, some of them are living in penury and pain and anger today. Power is transient. That a journalist is advocating that you build a world where equity, competition, and better governance is entrenched and it becomes a problem. You shoot people regardless of the rule of law. You don't care about what happens around the country. You don't bother about the feelings of people. Democracy is what you think it should be, not what the people or what we've defined and the structures we've laid. This is what democracy is to Tinubu and his ministers. It is only in Nigeria you find a minister this powerful, inviting media and organizing press conferences at will. It is because there's no structure. It is because the commander-in-chief is not even in charge of affairs. And that is why you have powerful men running amok, threatening to take lives of journalists because they ask questions, because they demand that one-party system is not good for a democratic setup. But president will not speak because just like a man who has eaten from the leper, you have to scratch the leper's back, and he doesn't care. He has to do it. So whatever they do today, and whenever I see arrogance in power from politicians, my mind flashes back to Mobutu Sese Seko.
In the middle of a jungle.
Mobutu died. He died in exile. He died like an ordinary man, a common man who barely saw not even up to how many persons in his funeral. And this is how cowards live this earth. And this should be a reminder for African politicians. But African politicians don't think. African politicians have no reason to think that tomorrow exists. They have no reason to think that God exists. The God and the heaven that exists is the one they see on earth. They are our gods, they are our lords, and that's why they don't bother about the feelings of the people. That's why they don't bother about insecurity taking the society we live in today. Everybody chanted, they gave Mobutu the best song that is still relevant in today's world. But Mobutu himself is gone, forgotten. His last days were that of bitterness. A man who had power, who had influence, who had people all around him, died with no one. Those who were with him, those who frolicked and made decisions, some of them are picking foods from the gutters today. What should that tell us? That whatever we stash, wherever we stash them, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before we see the truth about the decisions we've made. And this is one of the reasons why our politicians must learn to reflect that there was somebody who did all the things they've done. The life of luxury, the affluence, the funds, the money they've stashed in different places. These are going to be papers when they are dead and gone. Their children may not even be able to manage these resources and wealth. And they can't take it to the next generation. We've seen big families like the B.u.l.l.ets and others. How many of their wealth do we see today? It's just a matter of time. I don't know what you think about this, but I'd love to read your thoughts on this burning ugly phenomenon, and I'll see you in the next video.